Hello everyone, I'd like to welcome you to the What Would You Make playlist. This is hosted by Zaina from OK at Home DIY, Marcia from Marcia's Mush and Stuff, and the guest host is Kiki from Kiki's DIY. I have left their channels, links in the description box below, as well as the playlist link. Okay guys, we're going to get into DIY. I actually should have named this DIY number 1 through, I believe it is 6. What we have here is these little wooden houses, and I want to give a big shout out to my brother-in-law Joe. He came to my rescue, and he had a lot of scrap wood laying around, and so he cut these out for me. I'm so thankful, and I appreciate it so much. What I'm doing here on this first one is I'm just going in with the color of plaster, and I'm just covering the front as well as the sides. Okay, and on that one you can see I was going to draw some windows on it and it didn't work out. So I flipped it over and I'm painting this side with the plaster. I still have to work a lot on my, my freehand and stuff. And see, that one was kind of messed up. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going in with some scrap buffalo checked scrapbook paper that I purchased from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just laying it down and tracing around it, and then I'm going to take my scissors and cut it out. I absolutely love the buffalo check. I mean, it's perfect for any seasonal decor. And I kind of wanted to keep this rustic farmhouse look here. I'm going to go in and, like I said, I'm just trimming it out. Then I'm going to be going in with my glue stick that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just covering the whole front of it, getting around the edges as well. Laying the piece down on top of it and just using my hand to flatten it out. Very easy peasy. And then I'm going to take my Dollar Tree sanding block and I'm just going to go around and just kind of like, just sand off some of the loose edges that I may have. Okay, and then we're going to go on to the next little house here. I was going to use the same scrapbook paper, and then I got to thinking that would be too much. So you'll see me here. I'm going to go in with some black chalk paint. And I'm actually using the same brush. And it had a little bit of the white left over on it, or the plaster color. And it kind of just softened up the black a little bit. And I really love this color. And I'm just going around and giving it one good coat. Covering the front and the sides. Okay, now we're going to go on to the little Christmas tree. And I'm going to use that very same color of black mixed with a little bit of plaster. Going in doing the sides as well. As well as the bottom. He actually brought me 3 different shapes of Christmas trees and 3 of the little houses. Like I said, I was so happy and so thankful for him helping me. Then we got this next Christmas tree. Now what I'm going to do on this one, I'm going in with just plaster. The color plaster. And I'm just giving it a good coat of paint here. And I'll be going down the sides as well. And on the bottom. Just trying to get up and into them grooves as much as I possibly can. Okay, we got those two pieces finished. I'm going to set them aside. And we're going on to the third tree. Now what I decided to do on the third tree is I went ahead and decided to use the same Buffalo Jack scrapbook paper for this one. Oh, I think these trees turned out so stinking cute. I just love them. And going in and cutting it out with my scissors. And again, I would like to thank Zaina and Marcia and Kiki for an opportunity to participate in this playlist. You know, it makes you think outside the box here a little bit, working with wood, and it's fun. It's something different. Okay, once again, going in with my glue stick from the Dollar Tree and just giving it, coating it all over the front and adding the piece of scrapbook paper, laying it down. And then, okay, I didn't get it filmed, but I went in with those great big old pill and stick letters from the stickers from the Dollar Tree. And I put the N, the E, and the L. And for the O, I just took one of those garland sticks and I formed it into the form of a wreath. And I'm just going over here on the side. I'm sorry, it's a little out of frame. I just trimmed it up a little bit. And I'm going to be using some hot glue. And I'm going to go around. I'm going to place it down. And that is going to be in place of the O. And then what I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to be going for the berries. Started to put those on and I thought, okay, those look really too big. So what I ended up doing is I cut them in half so that they would be just a little bit smaller. In the final reveal of these projects, you'll see that I actually went in and added some white berries. I thought that it needed just a little bit more color. And I think I just put another one on here. And that little project, that little house is finished. I think it turned out so cute. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Okay, and here we go on this house. Okay, I started out with this black jute twine. And I was going to wrap it around the top. And I just kept going and going and going. Then I realized it wasn't going to work that way. So what I had to do is I had to take it around lower, more toward the middle, to get it where it would stay. Wrapped it around there 3 or 4 times. Then added some hot glue and then trimmed it off. And then what I'm going to be doing next is I'm just going to be going in and making a jute twine bow. Just a simple bow to go on here. And this is actually one of the days, one of my videos that I had a little bit of problem. I got burned a couple times. I had all my materials sticking to my fingers. But, you know, I got to laugh at myself, and laughter doeth good like a medicine. So, I just kept rallying on, and it all turned out, I think it turned out really nice in the end. And I just went in and tied it off with an extra piece of jute twine. And I'll go in and I'll trim the tails off a little bit. Just trying to poof it out a little on the sides. And it turned out so cute. Adding a little glue, and I'm going to put it up there in the corner. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some more of those garland sticks, cutting down 2 small pieces, and I will be adding them to each side of the bow. And we have that one finished. Okay, now what I'm doing here, I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to go over it with my little sanding block. And then I figured I will just add a wreath, just a simple wreath to the top of this one as well. Using the same garland sticks here, going in and trimming it up a little bit. And then I'll go in and add some hot glue to attach it. And one reason I love working with, here's the final reveal, I'll tell you this. Let you look at this before I start rambling on. I like these because you can do so many different things with them. You know, I didn't glue them down on anything because I wanted, you know, to possibly move them around. On to DIY number 2. I have these 2 wooden planks, that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. I'm going in and I'm just giving each one of them a good coat of paint in the color Plaster by Waverly, which is made by Plaid, which I am a Plaid ambassador. And I have left the link for Plaid in the description box below. Like I said, just going in and giving them both of them a good coat of paint. Okay, then I got this little wooden joyful sign that came in a packet from Amazon. And I love the size. It's just perfect. They did it. They are actually Christmas ornaments. Excuse me. And I just went in and I filled it in with that little caulking stuff that you get from the Dollar Tree. And I will be going in here and I'll be sanding it down. And then what I'm going to be doing is after I get it all sanded, I'm going to go in with the color Tuscan Red, which I absolutely adore this color. I mean, it's a lot different than the bright traditional Christmas color. But this also works with the green or anything that you would want to use. And I ask you, if you guys has made it this far with me in my video, I ask that if you haven't joined my YouTube family, that you would consider subscribing and give me a thumbs up. It helps my channel to grow, helps YouTube to notice me that much more. And I ask, that you hit that notification bell. It's going to keep you informed every time that I upload. And I also ask that you go down and check out everyone in the playlist. There will be a lot of awesome content creators with a lot of beautiful projects they've created for you today. And what I'm doing here is I'm just gluing these 2 palettes together. And this is like a very easy project. And I got these half beads from beebeecraft, which I have left their link in the description box below. And these I went in and painted them black. And I'm going in with my hot glue. And this is my first attempt at attaching this joyful sign. It did not want to stay. So I realized, next time that I'll have to use wood glue or E6000 or something. Okay, well, I got it on there and I was like, yeah, I'm impressed. We can move on to the next step. And then the embellishment that I decided, well, no, never mind. I had to add more glue. And then for the next step, on the embellishments, I just removed them from another project, because I'm always reusing things from my stash. And it's just these little berries with just a little buffalo check bow. Just added it up in the corner. And now I'm going to go in with some more of these garland sticks here that I took from a different project. And I'm just going to put them on the side, each side of the bow. And one of them I could not get it to fit in there. It was so hard. But I was determined it was going in there. Thank you guys for putting up with my, I'm a little bit hoarse. My throat. It's got the allergies going around, and it's like it's been 4 months of it, but I'm getting better. Thank God. Okay, and there I'm showing it to you. And I'm flipping it over. I'm using these little Jenga blocks just to create a stand. And then when I go to flip it over, look, it fell off. And here I'm applauding myself. So I have to go back in with the glue, and we're going to try it one more time. Then we actually get it to stick. And I think it turned out just fine. And there's the final refill for this project. Again, thank you guys for stopping by, and I hope you have a blessed and wonderful day. To my video.